Toronto. Wait, can I get a preview of your screen or no? Welcome everybody inside of the booth here, Thief alongside Clutch Key, and we've got a good one for you. 4-6 University of Hawaii Esports taking on the Rochester Institute of Technology Tigers out of the Liberty League. And so the University of Hawaii, UHE, looking for a little bit more positive note there as they were 4-5 last week, lost to move on to 4-6, but looking to see if they can get ever so closer to the 500 mark at 4-6 right now, looking to see if they can get 5-6 after tonight. But Thief, you know these teams a little bit better. So, I mean, for UHE, is there something that's kind of not clicking for them right now that it needs to click for them today to try to get closer to that 500 mark?
I'd say for UHE right now, we're looking at a lot of lack of engagement, especially in the attack rounds. Especially during the pistol rounds, we see a lack of just taking the initiative in those rounds, and we see the loss of control. Really, the momentum swinging to the other team, and hopefully that doesn't happen right now for Rochester Institute of Technology, and we'll see UHE get back to that 500, as you said earlier.
Yeah, so again, 2 games out of 500 right now, sitting just at about, or right sitting at 400 right now out of the 10 games that they have played. A little bit of history between these two teams right now. We're taking a look at the scoreboard, or rather the standings from EGF, as UH sitting at 4-6, Rochester Institute of Technology sitting at 4-8, having 2 additional games up on UHE right now. So they are 1 win away for UH at the very least. They are 1 win away from tying the record of the Delaware Blue Hens at the current moment. And the next person or the next team up after that would be DePaul Blue Storm. Right now sitting at 8-5. So right now for UHE sitting at 9 out of 10 teams, at least inside of the season 4 standings. So at the current moment, a win here would be big for them again, tying at or at least getting them to a better win percentage than Delaware again, sitting at 5-7 right now. 10 games played for UHE and 12 games have been played for the Blue Hens of Delaware. So again, an interesting setup for the standings as we are about to go into the game now and trying to see what these teams set up for them at the current moment. But we take a look at the map pool going on for this team right now. You take a look at the map pool for the University of Hawaii as well as RIT. First pick came out to UHM, where the UHE team bans out Fracture, RIT banning out Split. So now it's UHE's turn to pick the map. They will pick Pearl. So Pearl will be our very first map, with Rochester attacking. Then Rochester picking the newest map of the rotation, Lotus. UHE to attack there. After that, the next 2 bans happening on Haven and Ascent, which means the decider will be Icebox, where UHE will attack from then on out. So it's looking like it'll be a pretty interesting lineup here, a pretty interesting setup, really, for either side. And we're going to get to see what these teams are made of. And really, the last time these two teams played, again, RIT defeating UHE 2-1. Will RIT get the better of them this time, or will UH get maybe a little bit more semblance of the team setup here, at least for their end? So right now, I mean, not too bad of a series, of a 3 map series, if you will, for these guys. And again, Pearl, Lotus, and Icebox. But Lotus being the newest map, I'm surprised that RIT is picking this.
I'm guessing that RIT has that confidence going with them. I mean, good for them. As Ian said earlier, they did beat us during that week 5 matchup, and it might be a little bit of a gamble, really, to pick that new Lotus map. However, we are going into the match right now. Teams are going to be picking their agent soon.
Yeah, so get to see the agent select screen right now as we go right in and jump right in, as it's looking like for the attacking side of RIT, it's looking like you're going to have at least a little bit or semblance as to what they know of right now. You're going to have ciphers on either side. The initiators are going to be a little bit different, though, with the Sky and the Fade at the current moment. Raze is going to be your duelist, but none of them have been locked in except for, I believe that's Sit-In, who's got the Astra right now locked in and looking like a 2 duelist setup here for RIT, which they have the Yoru and they have the Raze at the current moment. For the University of Hawaii, though, not looking like a double duelist, but more like a double sentinel with the Cypher and most likely the Sage if they lock in. But right now, really no similarities other than that Cypher and the Astra on this map.
We see that UH is going for a very defensive focused a lineup with these two Sentinels here. Cypher and Sage allowing players to get that map control pretty early. We see that they're going to be defending as well, so hopefully these two picks pan out for them. And they did just lock it in. Over on the attacker side, we do see a lot of this Sky Raze. The Sky Raze combo is really good, sort of for the distraction in the Black and over there on B side. And we hopefully we get to see some more plays from Peak over here and Sirumba. These are the two players that I'm really going to look at this match.
Yeah, and you're looking at everybody locking in at the last second here where the fade is going to be in, like you said. Sirumba on that fade pick you're going to have on the peak with the Jet. I know in some of the cases as well during the Hawaii Esports Alliance Valorant Open, we saw some of these picks as well. Didn't really get to see Pearl, but we know that this team likes to play the Jets. The Jet is in play. Again, not too many similarities. The only similar picks on either side are really going to be the Astra and the Cypher, which means that it's going to be probably lockdown sites. Most likely for the Cyphers, maybe on A actually, but we'll see what they tend to bring out here as we get set. University of Hawaii will be on the defending side, excuse me. Tigers of RIT will be on the attacking side to start us off, and we'll get to see which of the sites these teams lock down on for University of Hawaii as looking like they're going to go, or well, you can split up the Sentinels at the very least, but looking like the Cypher's going to go
Yeah.
towards A.
Let's see this. Hawaii is still looking like they're deciding where to go. We see a lot of them bunched up over here, but right now we're seeing a lot of the Sentinels both split up here. RIT looking like they're gonna go for a B side push here. Hopefully they're not gonna go too fast, as there is the Astra over there. The threat of the Astra suck, especially really good for locking down that side. And Sage is gonna looking like Sage is gonna be watching the mid here, and let's get this on. Just
Let's
looking to
see.
go.
RIT taking on UHE. Tigers, UHE underway. They're going to go on the defensive side here, attacking side, like you were saying, going down B from the very get-go, looking to go down B main. And now they've noticed that they're going right in. They can hear some sounds, so now they're just going to push right in. Smoke's already out for UHE. Flash comes out onto the Astra Vigor. Nothing doing there. They push right in, but
Oh, no.
Katorium able to take care of that Yoru early on, so good start for them. Igor's got this peek right on to the Raids that's coming in, but it's going to be a trade out. 2 for 2, 3-3. In terms of man advantage, cages are up for both of the Cyphers. Now looking to see if they can get rid of this Astro, which they do. Spike is down in the middle, and really nothing
3v3.
doing. A lot of low health for that Raze. Aiden is down, and so now a 3v1 advantage down here at B, and really nothing else to do for the Cypher, but maybe to back away. And, I mean, you can't really play time on pistol rounds, so right now,
It'll be better right now if Cypher died just for that economy, but hopefully he
yeah,
takes 1 or 2 with them.
Yeah, Henry be cool looking to see if they can get the A pick at all, but it will not happen. Hawaii
Alright.
goes 3-0 and man advantage in the first round to UHE.
That's really good. We're gonna see like I said, like I mentioned earlier, pistol rounds were our air rounds. Like they usually swing the momentum one side or the other, but now it seems that UH has learned, and we're seeing that they're gonna take some control, especially in that early swing. That we saw that really nice trade, especially on site when they went down B. But hopefully soon we'll see a lot more. We'll see a lot more Cypher play coming into this A, because he is setting up all those traps there.
Let's see, setting up the Astra traps again on B, but this time for RIT, they're going to go down the middle. This time, see where they want to push it. It's looking like they want to try a mid to B push potentially, but there is a Sage wall right there. Some shots being fired, so they know where they are right away. Astra Smoke's going to come up for a little while, but now it's looking like a mid to rotate to A. Sirumba's right there to see if they got anything, but under the guise of the smoke, are getting hit underneath the smoke, down to 34 health and no armor there either. So Sirumba has to back away for right now. A little bit for RIT, just being stuck in the middle.
They're kind of just playing slow. They know they can't really commit, or else if they do, it's not going to be a fair trade. Sirumba did get his health pretty low, though. Sage heal did come out, so we do see him at like that sort of close to max health. Still, though, see RIT moving very slowly here. They're gonna creep up down this B lane.
Let's see if they do so. Yeah, they're going to try to play a little bit slowly. UH still has no idea where they are at the current moment. Praetorium only calling out that there is one mid, which is where some start to rotate, but I don't know if they know that everybody's coming B. So Igor's going to go ahead and try to check if they are coming down B. It's a very
Igor is
slow push.
not
Tigers
the
want to
timing on
try to
this.
Yeah, Tigers want to try to push this in slowly but carefully here. They are going to start planning. That's the signal for everybody to start rotating out. It is going towards B. They try to get a kill. Igor's got the first one with the Spectre down. Right behind him. What a turn. What a flick onto Trigon. So Igor's got 2 already, looking for the clean sweep here on the flawless round. But 5v3 still ways away from that. They're going to try to block that up. They're already going to go for the defuse. And they've already got it half. They've got 1 kill at the very least. Igor's got a 3rd. And they have cleared it out. They've got the defuse. And they may not even need this last and final kill, but they'll get it anyways, and UHE's up 2-0.
That was a great round. Played really well by Igor. You saw that turnaround? Ooh, that was nice.
That was
beautiful.
nice.
So we see now that they are on the backside of the economy though, because we will have our first buy round here with the rifles coming out for RIT. We're gonna see if they're gonna go for that slow push down B again, but seems like it's not working. Maybe a switch would be better.
Let's find out if they decide to switch it up. I mean, right now, going towards B hasn't been the very most successful play for the Tigers. Fade Eye is out and finds nothing for the get-go, so looking like a little bit more back push. Now they're splitting up all over the place. It's going to be 3 down mid, 1 on A and 1 on B. The Yoda looking down B side at the current moment. Seeing if they want to push up anything. Fade's Dog finding something, but that's no avail for no bites. They have a really good angle there, but nothing doing. They push right on up. The Sage slow a little while, but Patorium doesn't know that somebody's underneath that slow, shooting right at somebody. It's in the line, but
it's
really
right
doesn't
there.
know. Look to your right. Yes, Patorium gets 8 in on the flick. Patorium finds him, nothing there. Gets the Vandal in the meanwhile, so bonus is out. Switches out the gun from the Spectre to the Vandal in the meanwhile. Gage is triggered for the Cypher on the RIT side.
I don't think
Igor could walk
there.
right through this, but it will cause noise. Doesn't know. There's the plants probably right near him. Could find it and doesn't get the plant down. So the spike doesn't go down at all. So that's going to be advantage for Hawaii down to a 4v1. It's just the Yoda. They know where the Yoda is right now. Could shoot away. And now Siruma gets the 3rd kill, and Hawaii's up 3-0.
Great round. Again, Igor is coming up clutch on all these. Like we saw that that play he did last round, but especially keeping silent and sort of waiting for the right opportunity to come up. RIT again trying that B push. It's really just not working. Maybe some switch up is needed here, but we do see that Cypher is gonna set up A here. Hopefully we get a lot more action in this A side. Haven't really seen much movement here.
Well, see, the thing would be if you were to go to A, I mean, you're going into a lot of a Cypher lineup, so maybe RIT wants to avoid that, and it looks exactly like that as well. Siruma, though, with the Vandal, taking care of business on Aiden, so 1 duelist down, 1 to go. Everybody's down middle for RIT, but the Cypher wants to play around, and the Spike was left in the backside, so that's probably why he's going back. So Spike now picked up by the Cypher. Looking to see if they can go mid towards Art. They find the dog, though, and the dog is there. They have the operator in sight, but on the peak has to back off for the current moment. Flashes out. Siruma's caught, but no pushes. They had the flash, but no engages from RIT. They're playing the slow and steady, but question is that going to work out? Smoke is out. On the peak has that operator. Siruma's lined up. He could shoot through the smoke right now. Could shoot through that smoke and find a kill. Finds somebody, finds at least 1, looking for a second on the peak, finds the operator kill as they start to push right in. Really have no other choice here for RIT. Sinan's got 1, but now it's down to the Astra V3. Now they at least know where the Astra is at the current moment. The Astra cannot get away, has to peek, and nothing doing. The Alawai finds it with the Phantom, and Hawaii up 4-0.
You see already the op coming out for the Jet, and since last round we saw a lot of that impact that op could have, especially when it's in the right hands. So we're gonna see again RIT playing this super slow, super meticulous, but it seems that it's not working out for them. The economy obviously wasn't on their side last round, so we're gonna see a lot more even economy this round. We have the buys coming out. I really love that Sirumba just sort of stayed in that smoke, didn't really wait to go push in. That's a really good play from him, really patient. We're gonna see a lot more. We're gonna see the B push actually from RIT.
Well, let's see it this time around. B hasn't been a really good spot for them. All 4 attempts to go toward, or 3 attempts to go towards B, nothing there. On the peak's going to try the operator, dashes away for the current moment, but loses a little bit of health. Good shots from RIT, and now it's looking like they're going to push down main. Unfortunately, on the peak still has sight of them, flashes out. Is this going to find anything? Runs away for the current moment, down to 47 health, and with the Phantom finds a kill, so the operator gone for the current moment. Looking for shots. Igor's found a second, looking for a third. Cannot find it. The cage goes up just a little bit too early. They start to push right in. 4v3 man advantage for UHE. They start the plant, and now there's the Nightmare coming out. Traded out. 3v2 situation. Igor goes down. Last one, 3v1. Another situation where it's a 3v1 for Hawaii. No spike planted either. They know where the Cypher is. They get the Cypher, and Hawaii up a big 5-0.
Is really big, really big for Hawaii right now. We don't see the momentum. I don't see the momentum shifting anytime soon. But obviously, one round can change that. Again, last round, Igor really shaping up to have those really great plays and those clutch moments, stopping a lot of the push momentum that comes in, especially down that wave down B lane. You know, he has that really long sight line. Even though Ando wasn't able to find any picks of that op, it really didn't matter since Igor had that. Igor had it locked down, really.
Oh, Igor has B locked down, so RIT's probably deciding now maybe we should try a different site. Maybe, just maybe.
Might be a good idea.
Might be a good idea. I mean, you tried B and four times, haven't gotten any of them. So let's see if maybe A's the play here. So they're going to go walk down A, but it's a split push, two of them walking down mid. Cypher's looking there. Cypher has the spike, but it's all the way in the back for right now. Jadbino flashes around, nothing doing there, and the operator gets one of the duelists. So duelist v duelist on the peak finds the head of the Yoru. So down a Yoru, 5v4. Now the decision has to be made here by RIT. Where do you want to go? And it's looking like they're going to try to maybe rotate this one all the way back, and it looks like they're headed towards B.
They need to play for picks here. RIT is just sort of not. It's not the lack of commitment that's doing them. It's this sort of overcommitment to one site that's really doing them in wrong. You know, especially the lack of like cover that they're getting essentially in all these sites when they try to go in. It's just super bad for RIT right now, and I don't see how they can recover if UH keeps going like this.
Yeah, well, let's see. I mean, 5v4 right now. You've got this. You've got a separation. That Raze is so far into the back line. Can you find him? No, the Raze is caught, and Raze finds a kill, so now it's even man advantage here, and it's now man advantage for RIT. First one of the game for them. So the Tigers trying to look to see if they can get a successful push on B for the first time. Cypher trying to come all the way around. Seekers are out for the Sky. They're going to plant here, but they find the plant, and now it's a 1v2. It's up to the Alawai. But now they know where they are from the shots. Now the cage is going to drop. They're going to plant. Here we go. Time on the clock. Nothing doing first round for the Tigers of RIT. 5-1 still for UHE.
That's a great play by the Tigers, sort of baiting out those weird angles that UH couldn't really contest. Sort of playing very close to each other, getting those trades really nice, and you know, just some great shots from RIT on that B push with those sheriffs. Hopefully this round, UH has to stop the momentum. But then again, you know, it all can just swing back. Let's see the momentum if it shifts or not here.
Let's see if it does, because again, it's still a 5-1 lead. No shame in the 4-point lead at the current moment, and a lot of ultimates to use here. Now the Yoda will go right in. Here comes the Raze. The showstopper is out. Will it find anything is the question. They're playing this quickly, but the Alawai right there to be able to use it. Cypher uploading. Here we go, seeing where everybody is. A lot of trap wires, a lot of revealing going on here with the initiators. As now they're going to shoot through the cage. Tsuruma finds Aiden, which is big. Play. That's huge for them. Spike is down, but the push in from Hawaii, the retake looking pretty good right now. Down to a 3v1 situation. This familiar to UHE, and they're able to take down the Astra, and they're going to go up 6-1 now here on Pearl.
Another great round by UH, showing that really good patience, sort of not overcommitting to those angles. We saw a lot of the ults come out for RIT. They did invest a lot into that round. Hopefully that doesn't come to bite them back. Investing a lot of those abilities, especially sort of this late into the economy. I think, you see a lot of them like sort of half buying. You know, only one of them has a Vandal, some of them have Deagles. Hopefully the utility investment in that round wasn't too much for them. But then again, UH coming up with those clutch plays, as always.
Yeah, huge plays for UH, going up and still 5 up right now, 6-1 the scoreline, and it's looking like an econ round here for the Tigers of RIT. As you see the Sheriff from the very get-go, operator still for on the peak, who's going to dash away. Dash away for the Jets. So Jet gets out for free, nothing doing there, so nobody's losing any health bars left. And yet they're going to try it again with the rush on B, but Hawaii already sniffing it out. They've got this Yodu trapped. Crossfire is there, but now they get rid of the one on Hall, so Aiden's able to take care of Igor through the wall. Back to a 4v4 situation. Now they know where the Sage is, but Sage able to run out. The dog is gone. Good slow orb from Patorium. Has to line up looking somewhere else, but great job there from RIT. Aiden and Sinan both getting their kills, and now the Cypher upload here for RIT. Who doesn't know that this Jet is inside of the smoke, but has to dash away. There's the 4-on-2 situation now for the Tigers. And now they're just trying to wait patiently. Spike is planted. 4v2 man advantage for the Tigers out of the Liberty League.
I'd say
And
that we
maybe
just
they're
save
looking
here.
to save because you have the operator at the very least. You can give a round. You're still up 4. This was a save round for them anyways. And it's looking that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to go all the way to attacker spawn, and they're going to hold on to what they've got for the operator at the very least.
That's fine. UH can take those losses because you have that op, such a powerful weapon, especially in this game. We do see that RIT is gonna go headhunting though. They're gonna go try to get those 2 picks, especially get that op out the way. Oh, but he does
Oh,
get the op.
the op is gone.
No.
Do they get it, though, is the question. Do they find the op? Sirumba finds the Cypher, but do they get the op is the question. If we can take a look at the scoreboard to see if they do have the op, I mean, that would be the big question. And from the looks of it,
Doesn't look like
no, they don't.
RIT
They
got the
don't have
op.
the op. So a break for Hawaii. Losing the operator, but they do get the they do invest in another op for on the peak. But wow, what a break for them.
That was very lucky for them that RIT couldn't get that op because you then have that danger of the op duel, and here we go.
Here we go. Down A once more. And now down B. Everybody's rushing towards B. And look at where the spike is. They left the spike. Nobody's got it. So the Cypher maybe going mid, dropped it, and then looking to see if they can get a pick before going back with the rest of the team here. That's the fake Yoru. So looking for a shot there.
Oh, Sky and
Still
Cypher
going
going back to that spike.
Yeah, so now they have a 5-on-3 advantage if they wanted to peek down main, but nothing doing there, so they play safely here. Everybody rotating towards B. Look at where the Cypher is, though. The Cypher is going to go towards mid. Fade as well, looking for a mid play as well. Maybe noticing the Cypher, maybe not, but they're going to try to push in on the peak, finds the operator kill onto the Rays, which is huge for them. But here comes the Cypher on the flank line, and the flank line is going to work. Cypher finds 2, finds the Fade trying to rotate, but nothing doing there either. So now the Cypher will go back B main with the rest of his team as the spike is planted. Pressure on Hawaii to try to close the gap here. There's the res from Batorium back on. We're in a 4v4 again. Igor's res dub and the Astros back in play. Here comes the big wall up from the Astro to maybe save themselves a little bit of play here. And there's the tie-in, only a 4-on-1 advantage, but 2 low health bars. Is this going to matter? Has to peak now. The Astro pulls in. The diffuser doesn't happen for the current moment. So now they're going to get the, they can stick it. There's going to peak. Nothing doing there on the peak. Using the operator as a shotgun, and Hawaii's up 7-2.
Great plays coming out from Hawaii, especially when we saw that man advantage go away on that flank from RIT stuff. Oh, we do have a timeout.
So timeout being called by the RIT Tigers. 60 seconds on the board, obviously, but what a start here so far for Hawaii. This was indeed their map pick, I believe. After all was said and done, they had banned out Fracture, RIT banning out Split, and the very first map they pick is Pearl. And so far, so good. If it's working out like this, and Igor doing a wonderful job thus far, especially in the starting rounds.
That's some great rounds for Hawaii. The explosiveness that we see from the early momentum that they gained from winning that pistol round. We see it like going into the later rounds. Especially we see when RIT tries to bum rush B, Igor just keeps calm, keeps his cool, and just picks his shots. Really, I think RIT needs to just play their eco rounds better. Maybe try to play for picks instead of just try bum rushing a site when they don't have the proper utility for it. But then again, better for UH that way.
Well, let's see if they go right in here. Timeout's going to be over, and right now, as it stands, round number 10, nobody saving here for RIT, so Tigers going to go in here, maybe that timeout was to see if they want to keep splitting, because they had one round where that raise down mid, just to flank everybody, worked out for them beautifully to get 2 rounds, and it seemed like the 2 rounds that they did win were based on flanks alone, so maybe they'll check to see if they can continue that success. Guy's gonna go down on the peak, fight the collateral! It's 1 shot, 2 kills for on the peak with the operator. It's a huge play for the Jet, and now it's a 5v2 man advantage, and all RIT can do is wait ever so patiently to see if they can clutch this one up with just an Astro and a Yoru.
That was such a sick play. That was an ego play, really. But on the peak, just better, pretty much. He took that ego duel and he got paid and with dividends with it. So we see
Paid
that actually.
huge.
Hmm.
Huge dividends for that operator. So again, waiting ever so patiently here as they're looking to see what to do here for the Yodu as well as the Astra, because right now there is little to nothing they can do at the current moment. There goes the flash out. Oh my god, on the peak at 7 health. No shields remaining either, but at least they know where they're playing for right now. And the Jet playing on top of boxes here, but doesn't notice that there's a Yodu right then and there. The dog immediately there. The shootout. Sirumba through the smoke. Finds one, finds a second. 2 kills, a collateral 4 on the peak, 3 for Sirumba, and Hawaii's 8-2.
That's a great. That's just we just see some great outplay, especially from on the peak here. You know that patience, but taking that ego duel just to catch them off guard, really keep RIT on their toes. You know, you can't be so comfortable, especially when you try to push in that A site. So we see again that calmness and that really all the momentum is just on UH's side right now. RIT is gonna try to go for that A push again with the cipher. The cipher is lurking down this mid to B area. Hopefully, we'll see more success here.
Oh, it looks like they're going to try to go fast here on A. Nothing doing for at least the fake for right now, so it's looking like a fast A. Every util available to them coming out. And now you've got the Rays just jumping right in. Seekers at the same token. Alawai spots out the Rays, and now it's the Nightmares coming out. The Alawai finds one through the wall during the plant. Nothing doing there for RIT, who has spiked down for a little while, but gotten back by the Cypher at the current moment. And now a shot from the Sheriff finds the head of On the Peak, so now it's a 3v3 man situation. Looks like 2 of them are saving, but the Sheriff coming up big for them right now. The Yoda is spotted out. Yoda has to TP back away. And so now a 3v3 man advantage on A right now, but Spike's still in the hands of the Cypher. At the
Still
current
is
moment, it
winnable.
looks
They
like
could
they're going to
rotate
rotate
out
out.
here. They could rotate out here. I think that they shouldn't really commit to this because of the Cypher util. Although we do see Igor in that B side already. Oh, never mind. They're gonna try A, I guess. They're just gonna keep going. All power to them.
Let's see, they're going to rotate towards A. Well, no, they faked rotating towards
Yeah.
B, so you have the Astra all the way at B right now, but at A, you've got a 2v3. It's still man advantage now, at least on site for RIT, but they've only got 23 seconds to make a decision here, so it's looking like they have to go A. Smokes are going to go up immediately to see if they can enter right on in. And a shot from Patorium from behind, or from Art rather, excuse me, nothing doing there. Trigon's got the operator and gets the shot onto the Alawai, so now 3v2 man advantage. They get the plants off in time, and it's at default right there in the middle of sight. So they're going to hold on for at the current moment. They've got Igor in the back. Patorium's trying to push up. Trigon denies them. Trigon one away from the ace. Patorium gets the shot. Looking for the defuse maybe, but the Yodu unknown. Yodu behind. Looking for the op shot. Nothing there. Has to turn around. Tries for the defuse. Is anybody going to peek is the question. Trying to think if it's a fake or not. And the Astra, no denying of the ace. The op gets it. And the Trigon from RIT gets the ace with the operator, but Hawaii keeps the lead 8-3.
That was a sick play from Trigon. We saw a lot of the Yoru utility used really to its maximum potential. We see him sort of being everywhere on the map, his presence being felt pretty much everywhere on that A site. Getting that op was super key for that play to work out, and having those having that cross really down A was what won that round for them. But here we go. They're gonna go B again. Let's see if this works out for them.
Well, B hasn't worked out consistently well. A has been rather one of the few sites that they have won on. That was their, I believe, one of the first or second rounds that they have won, considering there's only 3 rounds that they've won so far. Great camera here to see if they're going to go down B. Really not being seen by the enemy team. Looks like they are going to push right in. They call out for util, so the Alawai knows that they are indeed on their way. And the Yodu is going to play aggressively here. Who's going to win the battle? Trigon's in the back yet again, taking down the Alawai. On the peak with the operator, still playing with this op and finding picks left and right. Looking for another one. How about the flick for the operator? Maybe a third here. No, Patorium takes care of it through the smoke. 4-on-1 advantage. Mana advantage for Hawaii. The Cypher left all on their own devices. And looking to see if Hawaii can go up 9-3. Any peaks here from the Cypher. They know where they are. Patorium peeks out, gets the one tap. And at the end of the half, Hawaii is up 9-3.
That's a great half. Great half by Hawaii. Great half. Great plays, especially coming from Igor and on the peak in particular. You know, those two have been sort of the most consistent, like high volume, high explosive plays that we've seen in this game. Especially that op. That op's a great investment on the peak. Sort of playing the close angles, backing away, not really taking too many duels that he doesn't need to take. He's playing really close up angles to secure side when needed. But Trigon Trigon coming into his own, especially late in this half. Hopefully he gets more explosive and we see more plays just like that ace
Yeah,
two
and
rounds ago.
yeah, you see Trigon with the ace, but that would be only 5 of his 7 kills, 7 and 11. So Trigon at the top of the board right now at the end of that half. See Roomba going 13 and 4 at the top of the leaderboard right now, but Patorium, the numbers are amazing. 12 kills, 5 deaths, 12 assists, already in the double digits within the first half alone. We go right into the second half with RIT on the defensive side this time around. See if it turns out any better, but Hawaii 4 rounds away from capping point number 1 here. They've got a minute and 15 to push right in. Smokes on either side, traded out. It's going to be a Yodu for a Jet, so duelist for duelist. Back in play on either side. Igor's going to get walled off and is going to be able to plan down that spike. So a couple of seconds on the clock now. Here we go for RIT to retake this site. The Sky looks to peek right on in. Really no util for either side as it is pistol round only. Tries to flash on in. They do find out. See Roomba in the back line. Turn around though for Igor. Doesn't happen. Chad Bino finds a second retake. Looking successful so far for Hawaii. They can ping the spike right now. Alawai though on the flanking. Cypher finds another one. Patorium. It's a 1v1 and Alawai is able to take him out. And it's 10-3 for Hawaii. What a pistol round for them with one player left.
What a great pistol round. Ooh, that was very, very explosive from both sides, really. Sort of taking that duel, especially Igor, finding that pick on Heaven was pretty much key to them winning that. If he didn't get that pick, look at that. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here. Praetorium and Trigon respectively on the top of their teams. Hawaii will come out with their eco buys this round, but RIT coming out with the Stingers and the Marshall on this round. See if it works out for them.
Yeah, they're looking to play up on, well, really, it's saving, but at this point you're down 7. Maybe saving isn't really so much of an option. So now, wait, RIT is going to come through. Wait a minute, hold on. RIT is playing aggressive here, and it pays off because Alawai was back there, and now they know that they've got sight for free. So they could plant here for free, realistically speaking, because they know that the entire team came down B, and that's exactly what Hawaii is going to take advantage of. They get the spike plant down, so now it's retake here for RIT, but now they use the Marshall, and the Marshall is big, so the no econ round for RIT looking good for them as they've got 2 down, 2-0 in terms of kills thus far in this round. Spike still there for them, gonna go through the cage. RIT, Henry B. Cool swinging around. Now they've got the spike trying to be defused at least halfway. Chad Bino's there. Chad Bino gets it to half. Igor's looking for another one, but it's cleaned up. And RIT, despite losing the first round of the half, takes the second round here, 10-4, in terms of Hawaii leading.
They do get that upgrade on those guns, especially, well, I guess you could say an upgrade in terms of just having the Stinger and the Marshall. But they did win that second round, which is key. Puts them at an economic advantage, especially for next round. Hopefully the momentum swings back to UH's favor, but that weird play where they all just brushed mid, it just worked out for them. The Alawai was just caught off guard, and really we haven't seen much of that from RIT. Maybe that's the key to them winning, is that just that pure aggression.
Let's see if they try to do this again with the aggressiveness. They absolutely will. They're going to run down A. Meanwhile, it's a 5-on-1. The Cypher doesn't know it, but the Cypher has to run for their life. So the rest of the team starts to fall back here. And again, you can see the aggressiveness. Welcome to fast plays already. And so the Cypher's going to get caught out. The Cypher has no idea. The Alawai has no idea what just hit them. And yet again, it's another free plan for Hawaii. But how long will this last? This time they're on A, so maybe it's a little bit different of a setup here coming up for UHE. They have the spike planet, but they're going to back off the site for right now. Smokes are going to come out from the Astro. It's time to deny them any space, but nobody on the site lines for right now. Everybody's sitting on A main for Hawaii, so they start to defuse. It'll look good for them. There's the Yoru gone, so back to a 4v4 man advantage now. Aiden on site. Sidin will fake defuse for the current moment. Aiden has to back off. Nobody defusing just yet. Sidin will try to get this to at least half, which they do, so it's at least half. They could stick this, and they will. No, Igor finds the shot through the smoke and is able to take down the diffuser right now, but it's already at half. Somebody's got to find the kill, and they do. They find the kills. It was at half. It looked dire, but Hawaii able to score the point on the defensive side. They're up 11-4.
Great round from Hawaii there, especially shifting those angles towards playing on this attacking A side rather than staying inside. They knew they would be overwhelmed with the sheer amount of guns and utility that they had, especially with the Alawai going down early in the round. And Patorium finding really a key kill on Trigon, flanking around them from behind. Let's see if Hawaii tries to go... Oh, Hawaii will try to go for another B push here. Never mind. Let's see if it works out for them.
Hawaii will look to go towards B. This time, not as aggressive for RIT as they will play down mid, but on the peak with the Bulldog this time around, taking out Henry B. Cool, and now on the peak is going to go aggressively at this Yoru, but this Yoru gets the TP away. It doesn't matter when Igor's right at your head, looking for that head to roll, so looking like a free sight here. There's the dog out for Chad Vino, who's going to be caught in Link at the current moment, but nothing doing there, so guy has to keep put, and the wall is also up from Praetorium, so now Igor gets a free plant here, and again, RIT having to play the retake for what seems to be the third straight round now for UHE, but if you're UHE, you take this man advantage, 5v2. They've got the pull with the Astra at the same time, so now really can't do anything about it, and it's a flawless round, and Hawaii sitting on match point.
12-4. Here we go. Final round for Hawaii if they can close this out. RIT will be on an eco round this time. Let's see if they're going to go for that weird aggressive style again where they all just bum rush a site, maybe mid or even A like they did 2 rounds ago. See if they can find that early pick and see if they can swing the momentum back on their side. But right now, Hawaii has the util, they have the guns, they have the ults. Let's see if they can close this out.
Yeah, Hawaii right now, well fought team effort so far, double digits for every single team member in terms of kills. Praetorium though with 15 assists. Meanwhile for RIT, not a single person in the double digit kill marker right now. So for Hawaii, 8 chances match point here, 8 opportunities to close out map number 1 on Lotus with on Pearl, heading into Lotus next map. But on Pearl, this would be a very impressive scoreline right now. Hawaii yet again will go push up B. Meanwhile, RIT has no idea. Will push up mid, and there's the cage triggered, so Cypher will have to back away. It's a free spike plant here, and not a single life lost. So now it's up to RIT, sitting on the brink of a loss here, and now Igor is going to push right in, gets a kill. It's a trade out, but it's a 2-to-1 trade. Looking for more. Igor's found a third, looking for the fourth to close this one out. Igor, Astra versus Astra down here, looking for the pistol kill. Will find it. Igor finds 4. That's your first map. Hawaii 13-4 on map number 1 on Pro. Heading to Lotus, they're up 1-0 in the series.
Great game from Hawaii there. Great game. Well fought team effort. Especially we see, like I mentioned earlier, the pistol rounds playing a key factor for the momentum, especially on Hawaii's side. You know, everyone played great in that game, but I'd like to highlight like Igor, especially Igor's clutch plays, especially on the on site, were really really key to defending the RIT sort of attack that came in on those early rounds, and obviously RIT coming out with those weird sort of hyper aggressive defense plays. Unfortunately, didn't necessarily pan out for them in the later half.
Yeah, you take a look at the final score lines, by the way, on either side. Again, only one person reaching double digits in the end there. That would be Aiden there, the RIT Rays. The only other ones to get even close with 8 kills each are going to be RIT's Trigon and Henry B. Cool. That was the Yoru and the Cypher, respectively. But what a round for the University of Hawaii overall in the end. You take a look at their numbers. Igor with a 19 piece takes the top combat score. But for Praetorium, you got to feel pretty good if your assist line is 18, 7, and 16. And that's impressive in itself. But, I mean, a great job from them. And for the rest of the team, Siruma sitting at 15, 6, and 5 on the peak, sitting with 12 kills on their own. And the Alawai sitting at 11. But every single person, like I was saying, every single person for the University of Hawaii on double-digit kill lines. So a good score here for the University of Hawaii. And now next map for them coming up is going to be Lotus, rather. And this was the RIT side pick. So for the Tigers of RIT, maybe a little bit of a chance for revenge there because this was Hawaii's pick and they look pretty strong on it.
I know. Hopefully, RIT will get some of the momentum back because we do want to see a little bit of a contest going on from both of these teams. But Lotus, honestly, the new map. I mean, if RIT is confident on it, then hopefully we're going to see a lot more of those weird sort of unorthodox plays because those seem to catch off guard a lot of the players from the University of Hawaii.
Yeah, so it seems to be like maybe Lotus is the new map and maybe it'll catch some people off guard, but who knows? Again, we haven't seen all too much of it, but at least in the competitive side. But as we move it along here, we'll keep the coverage right here as we get set for map number 2. Again, Hawaii leading the series 1-0 as of right now here in EGF. Game number 11 for the University of Hawaii, and again a little bit of history between these two teams. If we go back to what it was before for match number 11 here for the University of Hawaii, sitting at 4-6. You would love to see them get back to that 500 mark and get as close to it as you possibly can. looking at trying to see if they can get to a 5-6 record. In the meanwhile, for the RIT Tigers, they're sitting at 4-8 at the current moment. So two games more than RIT, but sitting at the same win column right now, but win percentage in favor of the University of Hawaii. And in history-wise, this was no different from a scoreline. Hawaii would score a point, but in their last matchup against RIT, they would lose 2-1 to the Tigers. But right now, Hawaii looking pretty strong, might I add. And this is going to be interesting to see what they pick up. No swaps for the side of the University of Hawaii, and for the for the RIT team, looks like no swaps there either. So they're going to keep the same thing, but really no subs to talk about anyways. But as we move into Lotus, is there any strategy for Thief? Is there any strategy for UHE that maybe potentially from Pearl that they could carry on over to Lotus?
That patience, especially that patience that especially Igor showed, playing that site really carefully, sort of not revealing himself, not being too overcommitted to peeking those angles and taking the ego duels are really, really key for UHE to keep this momentum going. And yet again, as I said, the pistol round is key. The pistol round is what's usually going to decide how the momentum will shift between these two teams. And hopefully UHE keeps the momentum going. During Lotus, I know that it is a rather larger map, so hopefully we see a lot more of the unorthodox plays that are very exciting to see, not only just as casters but as fans of the game as well.
Yeah, you would love to see a little bit of maybe a little bit of variation here, but I mean, we'll get that variation tomorrow actually when we get to see the new agent release, so we'll get to see that come around. But no variation as to turn up yet for as in terms of the roster. Teams looking to see if we're ready to go here, and it's looking like well, at least for our end, looks like teams are almost ready to play here. But as they set up, Lotus again a little bit different, where Haven was used to be the only 3 site map, but now it's Lotus that turns into the 3 site, and a little bit something different as well. Doors aplenty on this map as well. B going C, one going to A site from the tree area on A main. So looking like a little bit of an issue. And you talk about patience here. Can't really play aggressive if the doors are going to open up very slowly.
Exactly. Again, I think RIT will have success if they try to play a lot more like defensively instead of trying to take a lot of those ego duels, especially when they don't have the proper utility. And here we see the teams are going to go into their pick phase, see what they pick here.
Let's see what they go out for at the very get-go. Now, we saw earlier on where that raise was pretty much locked in for RIT, but in this case now, it's not a jet anymore for On the Peak. On the Peak will pick up the raise instead. Meanwhile, we'll see again for Pearl. For Pearl, you saw two duelists for RIT, one duelist for UH. This time, it's looking like a little bit of a swap for it. Maybe not, as you'll see maybe 2 initiators here for the University of Hawaii side. Meanwhile, for RIT, they're going to pick up where Aiden's going to pick up the jet instead of the raise this time around. Henry B. Cool still on the Cypher. Chad Bino's we're going to get our first look at Harbor this time around. So for RIT, opting to go for 2 smokes in the meanwhile, where the Sentinel and 2, actually no initiators as I speak for this. No initiators for the side of RIT. Meanwhile, for Hawaii, 2 initiators, 1 Sentinel, 1 Duelist, 1 Smoke. So a pretty interesting lineup, if you will, for RIT.
Really interesting to see here. They won't really have that extra utility to go clear out those weird angles, especially with the lack of flashes on their team and really lack of like a Sova dart or something to just clear out those like super close angles. Hopefully this pans out for RIT, but UH looking like a really solid lineup here. I really want to see that Breach and KO flash combo, and Raze hopefully just goes in with that showstopper, gets a finish.
let's see if Hawaii can stop the show right here, right now. Again, Hawaii up 13-4 in that first map, up in the series 1-0 up on Pearl. So now we head to Lotus again. After all bans were said and done, this is going to be RIT's pick here with UH attacking first. So we'll get to look at what UH pulls out from the very get-go, and nothing different in terms of buying up here, but it's looking like Hawaii's going to opt for more util, if anything, except for maybe the Omen at the very start, but it's looking like everybody's going to pull out the Classic or the Frenzy.
Seems like it. I think RIT is looking to play a lot of these long angles, considering that Lotus is a pretty large map with 3 sites. They are stacking up on this A site here, and Hawaii is going to go for a C push where Chamber is. So hopefully Chamber's gun finds some shots. But then again, you know, there's going to be a lot of breach stuns that come out. There's going to be a lot of that Omen blind that comes out, and that Raze nade will just clear out those angles. Here we go. Let's get into it.
Let's see. Let's go right into Lotus. Hawaii up 1-0, can close out the series right here, right now. But otherwise, we head to map 3. This game, this history between these two teams in their last match went to 3 maps. Will we head there again? It's looking like a rush push here for UHE to go up straight to C site. And now Siruma's going to get a free plant here, so it's retake time for RIT. RIT's got 2 or maybe even 3 on the flank from the looks of it here. They've got 3 looking for a flank. They notice that right away. 3v1. Igor with the ghost. He's able to take down Chad Vino, so the flank is gone. There's the chamber gone as well from Waterfall. So now, Alawai sitting down at 76 health, looking to see if they can deny sight here. Our alarm bot is trigger, knowing that they have a couple in the back line there, but Cypher v battle there. And right now, Alawai looking for more. Alawai's got 2. And looking now at a 4v1 situation. It's down to the Ghost and the Cypher of Henry B. Cool. But it's not looking good here for them. And now the util being used, they know where they are right away. Has to find a shot here, but through the smoke, Igor will find it. And it starts off similarly to round number 1 back on Pearl. Round number 1 belongs to UHE.
Another great start for UHE, so hopefully they can get this momentum going. Again, we see UH buying up with a lot of these, a lot of the extra economy that they have. RIT will have to make, well, just to bite their teeth here and either give this round to them or try to play for picks, because again, they tried that weird aggressive style, sort of flanking around from behind them, but the Alawai this time was cautious and sort of saw them coming from a mile away, really.
Let's see if they can, I mean, right now for UH, they can sit comfortably just a little bit, looking like a save round here for the RIT defenders. So they're looking to see if they can maybe push this up a little bit more aggressively. They know where the Astra is. The Astra peeking out just a little bit too far, so they wide swing the Astra, and sit-in is gone. So now, looking like a good push
Aiden's
here
got
for
a shorty here.
UH. Yeah, Aiden's got a shorty. It doesn't matter when you die to the nade. When you die to the nade of the Rays, it's not looking good. 5v3, another free plant here. Nobody dead here for UHE. So for RIT, they're playing down 2 men. 3 versus 5. Looking to push right in. Nothing doing. The Spectre finds 2. Igor's found a double. And now the last one is up on top, and it's a flawless round. Even if it was an econ round, it's a flawless round here. UHE goes up 2-0.
playing just really perfectly. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. Taking those engagements together, you know, swinging together, wide swinging, especially that nade pretty much was key to one of the guns not being lost during that last round because of the shorty that the Jet had. Hopefully UH continues this momentum, and I'm waiting to see. I'm just waiting for the, especially the breach KO utility to get used a lot here.
Let's see for the breach here. Let's see if they try to use this right away, and they will do so, but to no avail. Nobody there, so it's looking like a very heavy C push one more time, and through main they will go. Nobody uses the door at the current moment. Harbor's there to put up a wall at all possible for RIT, but now for UHE, once again, another quick push up to C, and it's looking like they could have another free plant here, which they will unless somebody decides to push in, but for right now, they'll get the plant down. Nothing doing here for RIT. 5v5 as we sit straight up for this one. RIT on the Phantom here taking down Praetorium. So that's a good pick for them. Now down to a 5v4 advantage here for RIT.
Honda is on
sitting
this
inside
weird angle, though.
Yeah, they are taking a weird angle a little bit, though, but the Spike still sitting up on top, and that second level traded out right away, and gets on the peak. Is able to get Chamber not paying attention. So nobody defusing as of yet, but it looks like all 3 teammates sitting outside of sight for right now. It's 2v2. Henry B. Cool stops the defuse. Aiden finds a second, and Aiden finds a third. Igor's able to find one more, but the only person left on point is Aiden. And it's 2-1. It's
It
looking
doesn't
like
matter.
2-1,
It doesn't matter.
unless
Doesn't matter.
there's
There's
no
no
time on
time.
the clock. There's no time left to defuse, and
And
so
the
Hawaii clutches up. It's 3-0.
and Aiden lost the gun. That's very unfortunate for RIT. The wish is like, oh, Aiden gets an op here this round. Oh, never mind.
Maybe not.
Anyway, what
Would
happened
only
last
have
round?
600 left, so maybe it's an econ round. So, I mean, maybe it's an econ round with full shield, so that's exactly what RT will do. UH, on the other hand, will go all Vandals away. So, I mean, right now, sitting at 3-0 lead, looking to see if they can go up 4-0, but it's looking like straight Sheriffs for RIT. Tigers are looking to see if they can push right in here, maybe to go quickly, considering it is a pistol round, but oh my god, what a stun from the breach there, or rather what a concuss from the breach. Give
It's
them
like they
up.
know where they are.
Yeah,
Jeez.
knows where they are right away, but now it's a 5v4 man advantage here, and now the Astra has to walk away from the site knowing that there's so much firepower landing up here on site. Nobody planning just yet, but A site is all for UHE right now. Igor will take the plant down. Hawaii again, fourth straight round where they've got the spike down, this time on a different site, on to peak, even flashed, takes care of sit in. It's an econ round though, so we're assuming that RIT is going to try to push this right in. Meanwhile, pushing on doors, they know at least two of them are there. Praetorium, the Alawai getting right there, but they do get the Sheriff kill onto Igor. Doesn't matter though, 4v1 advantage. Trigon's trying to clutch up this round though, finds the headed shot onto Siruma. They know he's near drop and or A top at the current moment. He's trying to find a peek, they know where they are, and the Alawai finds the headshot. And even on the econ round, Hawaii loses 2, but Hawaii's still up 4-0.
I'd say that was a good enough round for RIT. They took out 2 of the guns, damaged their econ a little bit, but you know, didn't get that round win unfortunately. Still though, Hawaii keeping on this momentum ever since round 1, and yet again, you know, sort of these great plays, not taking too many ego duels, and not taking unnecessary risks essentially. And Breach is really playing the key into this. His utility usage has been great.
The utility usage has been wonderful so far. Praetorium, you can take a look at the assists that they had last round. Praetorium going off in double-digit assists. Could be another round where that double-digit doesn't even have to be from the Sage. Could be something else here. It looks like Hawaii will try to push an A, although this Killjoy looking for maybe a little bit of a flank sight, but the Jet not being able to be seen by the Killjoy, so Killjoy will walk back with the rest of the team. Trigon caught out for a little while. Showstopper is out. Is this going to find anything? It does. On the peak finds Trigon. That's oh so unfortunate. But it's been traded out for Siruma. Now the ultimate here from the Harbor. And now we'll just go on down. So now 3v2 man advantage. First time for man advantage here for RIT. In the meanwhile, at least with Spike not planted,
Dude,
we'll
they
try
can
to
just
push up.
Ooh.
Oh, and Aiden finds the op shot. So Aiden did buy the op in the end. Takes down the Alawai, and now it's a 3v1 with just Igor left to go. But Igor's gotten 3s before, gotten 4s before, at least in this match. He's trying to sneak around, maybe to wait for the wall to come down. Does he have Spike? No Spike available either. That Spike sits on A still, so maybe Igor's looking for the flank round. Maybe? Or just trying to save the Vandal at the very least.
Might be just trying to save this round. Try to get their econ damage too much. Or yeah, looks like it.
Yeah,
Igor's just running away all the way to C.
Yeah, they're all sitting on the spike right now. At least one peeking on either way, and Igor's just going to run all the way to C. So 15 seconds left to go, and they're going to just smoke off C for right now. So has the ultimate, but maybe, just maybe, gets it, and we'll try to 1v3 this. We'll try to do the near impossible. To clutch this up, this would be a clip and a half if Igor is able to pull this off. Gets it right away, is shot, but it has full health.
He
compared to 3 full health.
He has all of them running.
Has all of them running towards C, knows where they are. All have to play. There, the Jet will bring out the Blade Storm at the same time. Finds one. Could find a second. We'll try for the second peak. Will not happen. Had it, but it does not happen in the end. The try was there. Finds at least one, but it's not going to matter. As for RT, they find their first point on Lotus.
I'd say that was worth it from Igor there, just because they committed too many. They committed the Blade Storm, and I think RIT lost the op if I'm looking at this correctly.
Yes, they did lose the op.
Yeah, so this is. I'm fine with that. If I was Igor, my ult for the op and the Blade Storm, I'm fine with that. I can live with that. And Hawaii still has the round lead, and they still sitting on a comfortable econ lead as well. So hopefully RIT didn't invest too much into that round. Let's see what happens this round.
See what does happen this round for RIT, but again, Hawaii having a bonus a lot of econ there, so really it's going to be back to full buys on either side, but for RIT a crucial round here, maybe to win this one to keep their econ up. But Henry B. Cool starting off on upper, able to get the kill into the Killjoy, so B side really not much of an option here. Spike is back to the breach for right now. Trying to nade right at nobody inside of Link, inside of the small room. Gets damaged a little bit by the nade. What a good peek there by Sirumba on the peak. Finds at least one. Will find a second. Looking to turn around and turn tail here for UH. Looking to see if they can maybe plan B. They are pinched in one on A and one on C right now. It's the Chamber on C. It's the Jet on A. So looking to see if they can hold this one down altogether. Nobody on upper, so it's just the Jet looking from Link. And they don't know where the Jet is. The Jet's looking at Link right now. The Jets find at least Sirumba. We're down to a 2v2 situation. Chamber uses the Tour de Force. Tour de Force is out for Trigon, but do they know where Trigon is? Both of the teammates from UHE at upper right now. They're going to try to smoke that off. Maybe to see if they can get this at least halfway. Now they'll use the Breach ultimate. They'll use the, they'll use the Rolling Thunder out. Zfuse still not half. Praetorium finds Trigon, and Praetorium finds Aiden. That's huge for them to knock them out. A good hold for UHE on the attacking side, up 5-1 halfway through the first half.
Great round for UH, especially when Chamber came out with that Tour de Force, you know, sort of seeing that, seeing how worth it is, really. They had the ultimate economy really, really well. On RIT, we see only the Asher ult and the Cypher ult. The Asher ult could be a turning point, but again, we see the Alawai with his ult and KO with his ult as well. We're going to see a lot of aggressive style push maybe this round because we have a lot of those site controlling ults. Here we go.
Up in the scoreboard right now for UHE, it's 5-1, and they will use the KO ultimate, so the null command will come out for Sirumba, and that's going to allow them to go straight into C. Pretty much uncontested at this point. And on the peak, finding two with the Rays. Big so far. Sirumba clears it out. It's a 5v2. Free spike plant. Nobody dead for UHE. So it's up to the Astra, up to the Cypher to see if they can do anything worth of note here. But 5v1, I mean, looking pretty much like an econ round there. Or rather, maybe not an econ round. Maybe a half econ round for the RIT. Tigers flashes out. RIT Sit-in's able to find on the peak. Could get the Vandal off of that, but decides not to for right now because he can't really push up, and Praetorium's going to walk right up to you. Loses one, but it doesn't matter. Hawaii's up 6-1.
I'd say that Hawaii is sitting on a comfortable lead right now. We're probably going to see a lot more ego duels coming out. Hopefully, we see a lot more patience from RIT. I think I see them taking a lot of those very far angle fights with not the right guns, especially on those pistol saves. UH can basically just go in because of the lack of utility on RIT's side. There isn't much they can do to stop UH's push.
Well, let's see. They're going to push right in, and yet again, they're going to try to concuss out this Jet, which they can't before on the peak goes down. However, Igor traded out right away. An RIT Sit-in has 2 kills with the Astro thus far, looking for a little bit more. And now it's a 4v1, does not matter. 3v1 rather. Does not matter though for the Alawai. Sit-in finds 3 in a very quick round to win here for the Tigers. They're down only 4 now.
I think I blinked and that round was over. My goodness.
Yeah.
Sit in that really patient angle, waiting for Hawaii to commit to that push before he started firing. Obviously, finding that really good value. And I think I mentioned this earlier, where over aggressiveness, that sort of aggressive angle that RIT takes sort of works out for them in the end when they catch the UH off guard. But hopefully, we are going to see a C split again here from UH. That concuss coming out.
C split, A split as well. Killjoy's going to sit against the wall, see if there's any flankers in the meanwhile or anybody else to flank. They don't notice. They don't notice where the Alawai is. Right up against the waters. And so we'll try to walk around, knows where one is, and that's at least, I believe, the Astra that walked around as well. So Sit-in's there, so it's a 3v2, or it's a 2v2 now, going up to C, where C has that spike planted. So a big round here for Hawaii if they can take this one out. Would be a little econ here for RIT to play in the next round. They sit in, looking for kills. Alawai shoots, nothing doing there. Now they know where the Killjoy is at B. at the current moment. Igor will use the smokes, has from the shadows available. In fact, every ultimate still available here for both sides. They're going to use the lockdown. Chad Bino is going to go to half, and now the Rolling Thunder is out, has to get off of it, and the Rolling Thunder is there. Chad Bino's going to drop, but has it at least half for the current moment. The lockdown won't get anybody. Actually does get one, so it's a 3v1 now in favor of Hawaii. Last player locked down, really not locked down at all, actually. And so the spike will try to get defused. It will not happen. Great lockdown from the Killjoy. Both of the players die at the same time. No more time left. So everybody dies in the process, but still Hawaii extends the lead to 5 at 7-2.
Hawaii ekes out the window with a really good timed ult from the Alawai there, especially with that Killjoy ult, sort of restraining that that first individual and giving that really key duel for UH to be able to push up on those weird high ground angles. We're gonna see RIT. I want to see a lot more a lot more defense here from RIT on that C side. It seems that Hawaii's not really going to the mid area here, just A or C.
Yeah, will opt to go instead, but there's a lot of util being thrown out on A from the very get-go, but nobody getting hit though, so everybody comes out of that util scare unscathed. So, minute 25 left to go on the clock. They'll try to flash right in. KO without a knife for another 20-second. Here comes the Showstopper. Is this going to find anybody? Aiden finds one at the very least. Showstopper finds nothing. So the Showstopper finds absolutely nothing, and that was shot near drop. Hawaii's going to plant on A, but it's going to be a swarm of RIT players coming in from B and from A top right now. Nothing on drop thus far, so they're going to try to hold this at the current moment, but really for RIT trapped up on top unless they go drop. And now from going all the way around, Igor's found sit in. The Alawai looking for more. They know they've got them at drop. So now it's looking pretty good for UHE to run right in. The Alawai sits and gets a headshot, and it's a one-person loss for UHE as they go up 8-2.
RIT was just split up that round. It's like they couldn't really find their footing. See, we had like almost like a split push going on with one of them in that high ground angle, and they couldn't really find the pick necessary for them to go forward. So UH just takes that round with ease again. Really good utility from the breach. I mean, Praetorium just like stepping up and really getting those key stuns, especially in the beginning of the round, to get that key pick so Hawaii could just steamroll down this down wherever they want to go, really.
Let's see where they want to go from here on out at this point, and UH still opting for the A push here. C's been successful, A's been successful. I mean, pretty much every side has been successful, only losing 2 rounds thus far, so no matter where they go, it's looking pretty good for them. Aiden's going to bring out the Blade Storm from the very get-go here. Only one ultimate on the side for UH, and that's from the shadows of the Omen. But the Alawai looking good, but Aiden trades that onto the Blade Storm. Blade Storm resets. Takes down Praetorium, so no more concussions in. And on the peak, will peek him out. Sits down Aiden. 4v1 advantage now for UHE. It's just the Cypher left to go of Henry B. Cool. Superbowl starts to plan yet another A push here for UHE. That's their second straight one at the very least here to push this one up. And successfully at that is on the peak. We'll find a third. And Hawaii sitting in a 9-2 lead coming into the last round of the half.
Well, it seems that Hawaii's going to have the econ to play around with as well. Hopefully we're going to see a lot more explosive plays coming in from RIT next half, but they do have the ultimate advantage this round. Maybe we'll see the Harbor ult come out, especially because that's really key for retakes. Maybe Asherwall comes out to deny this early angle. I just want to see more energy from RIT, but as far as it is now, UH is just playing picture perfect, textbook.
Textbook indeed. They are playing 9-2. Last round of the half, it's full buys on either side. So we don't see an operator for on the peak either. So on the peak, the known one to play with that operator, nothing doing there. So gonna be interesting. And now the KO is gonna bring out the null command. So UHE trying to push right up on in, but Aiden letting the door swivel around. We'll get the pick onto the Alawai, traded that out. Aiden does sit down Siruma as well, so nothing doing there either for that null command as of right now, but Praetorium able to bring Siruma back into play. Still just trying to...
Vito will come out with the ultimate once they plan,
yeah,
I believe.
they're trying to plan, and they do indeed plan, so everybody's sitting up on top right now, not a single person maybe getting a flank around as well. The knife is out, nobody known for UH, or nobody known for RIT thus far. Siruma right now, Praetorium sitting in the smoke inside of the cage, finds another one. It could be a good trade here for Hawaii, which it is Praetorium finds 4, and to end the half, Hawaii is up 8, 10-2, 3 rounds away from calling series.
Great half by Hawaii. Again, Pearl and Lotus just dominating these two maps, and RIT, this is RIT's pick, and I'm guessing RIT just wasn't ready for Hawaii's game plan. This sort of very aggressive, very early flash style play from Praetorium and C Roomba's utility usage really, really well. On the peak, obviously at the top of the leaderboard right now with that showstopper and those early nade kills on those weird angles that maybe Breach and KO can't really clear out, and hopefully Hawaii continues this momentum to ride a 2-12 win.
Well, let's see if they can ride the wave of momentum right now, sitting at 10-2. Hawaii won the first pistol round. See if they can win another. On the defensive side this time around, Hawaii defensively was good in that very first round. See if they can get more out of this. RIT trades that out, so now it's a 4v4 still. No man advantage on either side, but RIT able to get on the peak. So they go on the peak, trying to play a little bit more aggressively, but instead of pushing up on A side, let's try to do this another way. Try to push this up on C this time around. There's
Otherwise,
a
ahead of
lot
that,
of util up on C.
that KJ util would be really, really destructive.
Yeah, and you can't really see the turret, so the turret is destroyed for right now. Alarm bot is there, and they're going to use the setup to try to deny them any space, which they do for right now. So seeing and just peeking out, Alawai finds two, and the man advantage belongs back to UHE. So now they'll try to push right up into sight, try to plan, but they have this KJ walking up right behind them. They don't know. They don't know where the Alawai is. The Alawai sits down for 3, and it's 11-2 for Hawaii. Another pistol round 1.
Well, Hawaii will have the econ this round to go essentially for just the eco buy, but we see RIT coming out with those weird buys again in this save round with the Stinger Spectre, and a Marshall, and Aiden coming out with the Deagle and the full armor. Hopefully RIT can find some shorter angles to play with here because they don't have the gun advantage, and UH just got to continue the momentum.
Let's see if they can continue this momentum. It's looking like 12-2. It's if it does go econ round, but it's looking like an econ, maybe half econ round. They buy sheriffs though, but it's still econ round for RIT. Hawaii sitting on advantage. They're gonna push right up. Siruma finds 2 on the Stinger. On the peak though, does go down. Igor's found another one. They're just gonna push right in. 2 for Igor, 2 for Siruma. Trigon's got to do this all by themselves. Going to be the headhunter that's able to find Siruma in the meanwhile, but Trigon does not have Spike. Spike is left back at 8, so the Alawai, they're going to push right up. Everybody's looking for the head of the chamber, and the chamber can't do anything but watch for death. Hawaii on series point.
2-12. RIT will be actually no, since they bought last round, they won't be able to full buy this round.
No,
so
not a lot.
Yeah, they're gonna have just 3 sheriffs or 2 sheriffs, a Stinger, and maybe one of them going for that. Obviously a chamber going for that headhunter, but Hawaii will have the gun advantage and pretty much the armor advantage this round as well. They have a lot of utility to play around with this defense.
It's series point right here. 10 chances at series point for the University of Hawaii. Probably charge right in. Headhunter is there, has to TP out right away, so nothing doing for RIT. In the meanwhile, concussion's going to go out, or rather the fire's going to go out. Meanwhile, they trade that out. Siruma on the peak simultaneously with nades, gets 2. And so now it's a 4v2 man advantage. Oh, and the headhunter from Trigon finds Praetorium. Praetorium trying to play a little bit more aggressively, trying to walk right up to Trigon, but nothing doing there. 3v2 man advantage for UHE. Still, minute 10 left to go on the clock.
Trigon's only half HP.
Yeah, Trigon's only half. Make that 0, and Igor ends the series. Double kill for Igor right at the end of the match. 13-4 on Pearl, 13-2 on Lotus, and Hawaii wins this series, and they are on to a record of 5-6 in EGF.
Great game from the University of Hawaii there. Pretty much textbook from all rounds that we can see. Utility usage from C Roomba and Praetorium was really great there. On the peak with those nade kills, and the Alawai really taking control of those sites when it was necessary. A lot of that KG utility played really well into Seaside of Lotus. Especially we saw that pretty much highlighted in the pistol round last game. It's really great to see Hawaii coast on to this better record of 5-6.
Yeah, 5-6. They will go one away from the 500 mark, and what a turnaround! RT last game that Hawaii played against RIT, they went 2-1 in favor of the Tigers, but this time around, UHE gets the better out of the team of the Liberty League. So we go to the final stats here. In the meanwhile, for pretty much for the University of Hawaii, everybody in single digits except for Sirumbo, who didn't need to be in double digits, or rather double digits for the whole University of Hawaii team, except for Sirumbo. But Sirumbo didn't need to be in this double digit marks as they would get 15 assists in the end. On the peak, 19-9. Alawai 15-5. Igor 15-5, and Patorium 12-8. Meanwhile, for the RIT Tigers, pretty much looking similar to their last round, as Aiden, the only one to reach double digits at 11 kills. In fact, pretty similar scoreline for Aiden, who gets 10 kills back on Pearl, and this time around on Lotus, 11 and 13. So in the end, it is the University of Hawaii that is able to take the 13-4 win back on Pearl and 13-2 win here on Lotus. So only 6 total points inside 2 maps for UHE, and it seems like something has clicked for this team.
I'm telling you, man, it's those pistol rounds. The early pistol wins are what really get their confidence up. It allows them to just play where they're comfortable and sort of just play together. Really, not taking a lot of unnecessary risks. Being patient is really what's going well for UH's team.
And you're looking at the rest of the stats as well in terms of combat scores on the peak. The only one to go up to 300 or over the 300 mark, so 344 for on the peak. And right now, Hawaii looking pretty good to seal themselves up back at 500 the next game they play, but sitting at 5-6. And right now for the RIT Tigers, moving down to a 4-9 record, staying at the bottom of the leaderboard in the top 10 at the very least. So we will take a break, and when we come back, we'll have an interview for you guys. You're watching UHE as Hawaii wins this series 2-0. We'll be right back for an interview. Welcome back in, everybody, inside of the booth. Clutch Key alongside Thief here, and joining us in for an interview, we have Krumba. And Crew, let's go through Krumba's scoreline real quick. Is back on Pearl 15, 6, and 5. I believe that would be on the Fade, and then on the KO, 8, 8, 15 on Lotus. So a total average of 215 on the combat score, 23, 14, and 20. What a game for you guys, though, Krumba, to start off. How does it win? How does a win like that feel after only giving up a total of 6 points?
It feels really good. We previously played against RIT last semester and we lost, so getting a chance for revenge against them definitely felt really good. Especially after playing close match against William and Mary last week. So being able to pull out a win this week felt really good.
All right, Sirumba, I want to ask you guys, what was the main strategy going into this match with RIT, especially on Lotus specifically?
Going into Lotus was, I'll be honest, a little weird. We were kind of thrown off by their team comp. It was a bit of a weird one to us. But mainly just stick to our plans. We've scrimmed the map a couple of times, so just mainly stick to what know works. Um, and then just played our game. We were all playing extremely well. And we were all feeling it, so just kind of stuck to what we knew worked and just went from there.
And lastly, especially on your utility usage, you and Breach with those double flashes, how do you guys feel playing on if you guys were to go to map 3 on that icebox pick, how would you guys approach it, especially with RT coming out with this sort of weird team comp, the no initiator, so no chances for them to sort of clear out those other weird angles.
I don't think we really would have paid too much attention to it. We probably would. Can guarantee you, we were just going to run our normal icebox comp that we've run in the past, and we would just go from there. If they pulled out another weird comp, we would just we would just play around it. Stick to our guns. We have strategies that work, so we just stick to those and kind of force them to play around what we're doing, as opposed to worrying about what they're up to.
Rumor joining us from the UHE team again. Total of total 23, 14, and 20 with the 215 CS average. Again, 13-4 back on Pearl, 13-2 on Lotus. You guys are now 5-6 on the EGF season so far. One game away from the 500 mark. So what's going to be the mindset? I mean, it seems like something has clicked for you guys since dropping that last week. So now you guys are 4-6, or 4-6, moving to 5-6 now. What's going to be the mindset like to get you guys back to 500 at that 6-6 mark?
The mindset is really just keep doing what we're doing. We made some changes recently, and they're working out. I think I can say we're all happy with how things are moving right now, and we can only just keep improving from here. So I'm not sure who we play next week, but I can guarantee we're going to show our best and just keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully finish. And I hope we can finish high enough to proceed past whatever, or well, get to the next stage of whatever EGF has planned for us.
Well, show your best. You did indeed. Again, a 13-4 scoreline, 13-2 back on Lotus as well, only giving up 6 points overall, and a job well done indeed for your team. Krumba joining us from the UHE team, and Krumba, thanks a lot, and good luck to your team.
Thank you.
And Krumba joining us once again from the winning team of the UHE side and from UHE. So, I mean, a big win overall for them. For UHE, what a win, especially a statement to come back against a team that they went down 2-1 previously.
I know, really, really good, especially in the dominant fashion that they won. UH is here to play. UH is here, and they're ready to move on to a very, very solid record.
Yeah, they're moving on as 5-6 overall. Again, for the RIT Tigers, they now move down to a 4-9 record after 13 games overall played. So we will see if they can make this comeback all the way through. But for UHE right now, sitting at a 5-6 record, looking to see if they can advance on later on in the EGF Season 4 series. Want to thank our observer Quack Zerker alongside Gun, our producer, a great producer as well. JB, thank you very much, my friend,
Thank
for this
you.
cast and the very first one of the EGF season this season for the University of Hawaii. To everybody watching, thanks a lot. Coming up in a little while, in about 40 minutes from now, or just at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock, the UHE Apex Community Night. You want to join the UHE Discord, and I believe is it on? We may have it here on stream as well. I do not remember, but at the very least, we will see the UHE Community Nights happening in a couple of moments again, 7 o'clock p.m. Hawaii Standard Time at the top of the hour. Join the UHE Discord from then on to join the fun. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching, and until next time, aloha oi, and take care, everybody. Good night.